What up, and welcome to Chatting with TCG. If you are new to this channel, give this video a like, hit that subscribe button, and also tap that bell so you're notified every time we upload a video. Before we hop into the disclaimer, we want to say hey to the members of the Toxic City Gang. If you would like to be a member of the gang, all you have to do is subscribe to the channel, and in the comments down below, drop hashtag Toxic City Gang. Now to the disclaimer. If you hear a kid, see a kid, ignore the kids. We have kids around here, and we're going to let our kids do exactly what they do, and that is be a kid. So if you see them, ignore them, because you're supposed to be paying attention to us as a group. So, y'all, as you can see from the title of this video, we're going to be talking about obeying. So, my question to my friends is, why do you think we obey the world, but we find it hard to obey and change for our mates? Now, hear me out. In a world, you go to work, your boss say, do this by, and I need it by 4. And your reply is, I'm on it, boss. The speed limit say drive 60. We going 60, 65. We're within the law, correct? We're following directions. The doctor tell you, take this medicine. Not only do you go get the prescription filled, but you pay for it too, out of your pocket, right? The city tell you, your trash got to be at the corner by this day to get picked up. What do? You make sure you go get that trash, and it's at the end of the street on said day, right? We're going to break it down a little bit more. In cooking, if you can't cook, you say, I need that recipe, right? So you get that recipe, and you follow those instructions tick for tack. But you end up making small adjustments to make sure it's to your taste, right? So my question is, we're so willing to adjust for things that don't got nothing to do with our home, meaning our mates and stuff. We're not adjusted for the mate, but the world tell us to do something, and we do it, no questions asked. So we're going to let this sink in. I need y'all to grab your snacks and your drinks, and we're going to be back to discuss this. Be right back.
All right, welcome back, Toxic Gang. It is your girl Khandi up in this thing. You know, I gotta start this thing off because this question right here, honey, let me get you together. Let me get you all the way together. Okay, so let's start off with this. The world don't complain. Okay, that's number 1. Number 2, the world cannot speak. Okay, all right. So in a relationship, if you allow that to happen, it's only going to happen. So if you tell me, no, I don't want you to put that trash out, I'll do it. Don't worry about that. I got it. Don't worry. That's not your job. Guess what? It's not my fucking job. You took it. Okay? So that becomes yours. You see? But oh no, when you get mad, you want to reverse those things. You see what I'm saying? No, you just said you had it. Did you not? Did you not play a partner? You said you had it, right? Okay. You see how the world didn't speak to me and tell me nothing? The world didn't change shit. Okay. You still got to put that trash out there at 7:00. You still got to get your ass up at 8:00 to get at work at 9:00. You know what I'm saying? No, you got a person that's going to change every fucking day. When it comes down to your manager, they ain't going to change because they don't give a fuck at all. They don't love you. They don't care. They replace you, everything. That person, oh, they ain't going to care. So it's going to be like, I let this pass today. But nah, next week, when it's on my nerve, I'm going to bring it up. Is that fair?
Okay. That's right. Do I have to conform to your lead because you wanted to be a different way. You want it to be reversed now. So I gotta change it.
Right.
But you already wanted me like this. You already put me like this. You put me in this position. And then you make broken promises. Is you're gonna take a trash all the time, but the trash overflowing today.
And stop being the trash.
Mhm.
I wouldn't have to put you out. Let's be
I
real.
I think based on the examples that Blaze was saying, um, is I feel like with those certain things, it's more consequences when you don't obey those things versus with your partner. I mean, if you don't do one thing they say, it's not like, all right, well, I'm gonna leave you because you didn't do that thing you said. You know that
It could
one,
be.
and
Oh,
it
it
could
could
be.
be.
It definitely could be. But we're talking about losing your job because you didn't want to obey your boss. That's a big consequence that you're
Been there,
taking.
done
But
that.
wait,
Walked out. I
don't
got something
focus
else.
on the examples. The examples
No.
was just to say the things that we follow as a everyday thing. But when our mate asks us to do something, it's let me switch it up so you understand where I'm coming from.
Okay, right.
I like
Those
to
are
see it.
just examples of things that we do on a daily basis that
Hmm.
we don't attest. But say for instance, your single girlfriend is like, yeah, don't be letting that man tell you what to do. And you in your mind, you come into the situation saying, oh, you're not finna tell me what to do. But this is your mate. This is the person that's supposedly making your life better, that you're finna procreate with, hopefully spend the future with. So you can't do what they ask you to do with the same energy that you do with what the man say, is what I'm saying.
Lies.
Hmm.
Because I still give you, in the beginning, I give you that energy. Know that there's always changed behavior for my changed behavior. So
Exactly.
if you say,
Right.
nah, I got it, then you got it. By all means. You don't need that from me, right?
But
Am I wrong?
what if it's in the case that it's not something they say they got it and they ask you to do it, but you're like, nah, you ain't finna tell me what to do.
Okay, so this is when you have to be that person and say, hey, I can't give you that right now. The fuck? I can't give you that right now. I'm that person. That's me. I can't possibly give you that right now. So if you have to go seek elsewhere to find the help, i.e. managers, people, whomever, I don't care. I mean,
Shit.
go find what you
Do what you
need.
gotta do.
Right. Because I'm gonna have to
Mhm.
do what I need to do as well. Like, but once
You better
again,
take
you're in a
me as
relationship.
I am or leave me as I be.
Hell,
Okay,
wow, take me as I am and leave me as I be.
so my answer is a little different. For me, I feel like it's a learned behavior because we when we get into a relationship, our first example is grandparents, parents, friends. Like, you know what I'm saying? So
Mhm.
if you come from a home where it was chaos, then chaos is what's familiar
Awesome.
to you, right?
Yeah, I speak
Not
for a
necessarily that you accept it, but that's the example that you had. So it becomes something that's normal to you. If you come from a solid background, then you spend your life searching for the same thing so and so and so and so had. Like, right, you know what I'm saying? So for me, it's a learned behavior as far as the generations changed a while back. I feel like we probably the last generation, my age group, where your parents didn't argue in front of you. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, me personally, I've never seen my parents have a disagreement
Me either.
in front of me.
And when it did happen, they was like, so like, oh my
Yeah,
God,
yeah,
this
you
what the
gotta
fuck I
go,
thought.
and
So
they go in their little area and talk
yeah.
it out, and then they come back. But I never saw confusion with my parents.
Mm.
My parents been married 43 years this year. They've been together 45, 46. So to me, that translate as somewhere down the line, somebody did something that they didn't want
Mm.
to do. Cause
Mm-hmm.
that's a long time. Like even they my parents, and I'd be like,
right.
that's a long time. Like how y'all like? Ugh. how many people changed? How many people conformed to what the other one? How many times? Who was it? Was it dad that conformed or was it mama conformed? Because I feel like at some point they both just made the decision to be like, whatever it takes. Do I have that in me because I saw it? Absolutely not. I would have to learn how to have
Right.
that. But I feel like society does make it easier to follow those rules because, like TT said, they don't change. But neither does recipes. That's why I said the recipe. But we change it to the recipe is a recipe, but you might add a little extra salt because you like it a little more salty.
But
Like
that
you know,
recipe is still the
You want
same.
to put your own little.
but your person is still the same, but you just need to make that adjustment.
Right.
Exactly.
So
Just turn it up a
why
notch or turn it
do
down.
we feel? Why do you feel like it's as a society it's less adjusting and more fuck it's going on? I guess like the obey part. Because necessarily, if you obey, that doesn't necessarily mean that they telling you what to do every day. But somebody has to be the leader and somebody has to be the follower. Even if it's two leaders, you still gonna follow each other at some point.
Yeah.
Hmm.
So why do we feel like it's easier to obey and be led by society versus home life?
Hmm.
Mm.
Once again, like I said, that society shit don't change. It don't.
And with
The society
society
shit
now,
don't
how
change at the fuck all. It's still the same.
but how my generation is coming up, they're not taking what society has to ask for and basically either. Like I know it's a big thing now that my age group is like they are quick to leave a job and so forth like that. So it's changing. So and as relationship is changing as well.
Yo, I just feel like your generation just don't give a damn about nothing.
Wowing,
Engagements,
wowing,
lives, and
like
stuff.
what?
Nothing.
That generation crazy hell, man.
Wow, and it's like chaos. And do we feel like that chaos came from babies having babies?
Yep.
Yeah,
Could
absolutely.
possibly be because
Facts.
you're
Absolutely. And y'all can call it what you want. Blame your mammies. What I'm trying to let you
Mm.
know is if you wasn't
blaming
out there
names.
taking care of your little toddler while you was a toddler yourself, you know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
Maybe y'all both was sipping on the same bottle at the same time. I don't know. But what I'm trying to say
No.
is
Yeah.
there's no way a baby can raise a baby. That's
Yeah.
because your mama was over there raising both of y'all asses. And now you feel like that you can come up to your mama and say something. And really, that's her child.
Mm.
Yeah.
What you got to say about it? Girl, look,
It's
I
a
just say in relationships, things change. People should bring things back to the table. Yes. Okay. That's the
yeah,
only
definitely.
reason. That is the only reason why shit happens the way it does in relationship. Because shit changes. We're human. We change with temperature. We change with emotions. All
Right.
that. So
All
everything is subject to change. Okay. You know what
right.
they say?
So
Market
definitely.
price. Right now it's a market price, but it's subject to change next week.
Mm.
So
Definitely.
for real.
Wait, that market price is one way 1 year and another.
Exactly. Come on
Which
now.
is why I feel like conversations bring back real conversations
Right.
because
I
it would
agree.
be much
That's
easier
gotta
to
be
quote
real.
unquote obey. I use obey loosely if
Can we
there
teach
was a
each other how to
conversation
have
made.
conversations? Can we do that?
Of course.
I mean, we
Yeah.
can, but that's up
Yeah.
to the person that you choose. I
If they're
mean,
willing to learn.
like I feel like
You're willing to
relationships are so
communicate.
short lived in this new world
Mm-hmm.
because nobody was willing to listen to the other person. Like I
Yeah.
feel like you got to make some sort of sacrifice. I
Hmm.
don't care
Mhm.
if it's 5% or 50%. You
Mm-hmm.
have to make a small adjustment sacrifice in order for things to last like our mama and them and our grandmama and them.
Yeah.
Right.
Hmm.
Because you see the younger generation look at the grandmamas and be like, oh yeah, she took all his granddaddy shit. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, that ain't what was
I
happening.
couldn't
Like,
No,
do
they didn't just take
grandma.
his
Wow.
grandma was getting that check.
I would have left
Okay,
granddaddy right where he at.
listen.
grandma was getting that check.
And she was taking care of everything.
Everything.
Granddaddy went and made it. Grandmama
Cook
Made it
distributed
happen.
it to where it needed to be and kept the household locked down.
it. That's it.
Well,
That's all.
that
Yeah.
was him.
But necessarily,
But you
that
see
may
how that didn't
not be the
change.
life you wanted.
But did you
You
see
don't
how
have
that
to
didn't
have that life.
change? That didn't
Right.
change
It
though. That
definitely
didn't change.
changed.
That didn't change.
It's changing because women are also out here going to get this shit. They shitting and getting it.
Yeah, they're being
Women is shitting and
independent.
getting it.
My
Where back in
grandma
the
was
day,
getting it. I don't know who the hell
I
y'all
mean,
talking
I'm just
about.
saying it's more common for a
I know
woman.
what grandma
Women
y'all
are
had.
now better
Oh, my
breadwinners
grandma.
than men.
My
It's a
grandma
lot
went
of
and got
women
it.
out here making way more money than they make.
That's
As they should. As they
Yeah,
should.
exactly.
Behind every great man is a woman. But if he let her lead, you shall have your home, my sir. That's all. It's okay for her to carry the big bank every now and then.
Exactly.
They
You
be them
know,
insecure ass.
I was just gonna say. So why do
let's
you think
get two
the people?
bread winners
Why
in
do
a
you think
relationship.
folks have a
They
problem with not being a breadwinner?
they're insecure. They want to, for
yeah.
one, when it comes to that, they want to be, this is what I'm set out to do. You know what I'm saying? This is my role type thing. And unfortunately, the times that we in now, everybody feeling like 50-50 is it. Back in the day, it was like
Mhm.
daddy had to do
Yeah.
100%. I'm over here cooking. That's what I do.
Right.
I
Right.
ain't got to
Yeah.
do
And
nothing.
that's
Now it's like, oh, if my girl ain't paying half of this, then it's like,
and that's the
but that's what we're raised in. We're raised in that world now. It's not um, taken care of. It's more 50-50, which is
Right.
cool. You know
Mm-hmm.
what
Now
I'm
that
saying?
y'all
that's
saying
why
that,
a lot of people can't obey because it's more
that's what
50-50
I was about to
instead of,
say.
That's why.
That's why a
like
lot of people
grandpa
not
not taking
obeying.
care of it anymore. And I'm
Now
like, oh,
now
if
it's
I
because I
lose
could do it.
grandpa, then I
Exactly.
can't take care of the household because I ain't got no job. Oh, now we both getting that. So it's like if you
Come see about me.
I can do it by myself.
Right.
You
Right.
know?
I feel like the 50-50 thing came. I totally agree. Like, it's the time with the 50-50 thing because
Mm-hmm.
it used to be a time like Gabrielle Union's point.
Right.
Dwayne Wade told her one time,
That's
"This
it.
my house. I pay the bills."
And
Mm-hmm.
girl,
And from then on, she was like, "Hey, yo, nigga, I'm making my own money. We 50-50.
you
This
would never.
shit." Like, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So I feel like it's just the time because back in the day, that nigga
That's
didn't
because
say
they
that.
like to say
It
that.
wasn't
I
like
do this,
that.
I do that, I do this. But how is it that when you want to be throwing wees out here when it's
Right.
supposed to be, you know what I'm
Mm-hmm.
saying? Nah, throw that wee
Like,
out there
you
when
asked me to stay at home and keep the house together. So
right.
why did it turn into mine
Why
when
did it
you
turn into
gave
mine?
me this job?
Okay. Why does it
Well,
turn into
it's
I
starting
did
for
this?
my generation. It's starting to be a more of an insult because there are some women out there that basically want the man to take care of them, but they're seen as a gold digger, or
Mm-hmm.
they're seen as, oh, they just want a man with money. If you ain't got no money, I don't want you, and so forth. So it's like my generation is taking the take care of me to a whole nother level
Hmm.
than what it was.
Exactly, because
Right.
the gold digger, you a gold digger when you don't bring nothing to the table. I'm not just finna take care of you and I still gotta fix my own damn food, wash my own clothes, fold my clothes,
Come
and
on
dust
now.
my own damn
Come
desk.
on now.
And you
Now,
be
Mm-hmm.
yes,
spending
you're a
mine
gold digger.
and
It's the
around the
Yep.
city
difference.
all day.
Yeah, like I don't
Uh-huh.
need you to. I can run around myself. You have to meet me with the
You
stuff that
know,
I ain't
some
doing.
way, some way,
Mm-hmm.
some way.
Mm-hmm. I'm trying to tell you. All the stuff that they think that's little and small, let that person stop doing it. You gonna
Right.
Yeah,
realize
that
Right.
was.
how much and how important that was. Because
Wait till I
baby,
fall.
I'm the person that I take it all away, so you'll see. You got me fucked up.
Right.
So when do y'all think the disconnect happened then? When did the disconnect happen as far as responsibilities and like gender roles and stuff? What do y'all feel like made that disconnect happen?
I
What
feel
if
Hmm.
like
it's
it
the
was
way
when
the
I
way
feel like
that
it didn't start with my generation. It just prolonged in mine, but it definitely didn't start.
what if it's just the way that the person is asking as well? Like, what if they
Yeah,
make that person feel
that's what
like,
TT was
oh,
hinting at. Like you
yeah,
complaining about it now it's a problem, but back then it wasn't a problem.
Back then it wasn't a problem. Now it's a problem. It's just
what,
Exactly.
like if you didn't accept it, just say you didn't accept it.
right,
Don't
at
make a
that
joke.
time.
Don't joke
Yeah,
about it. Don't kid about it. Make this shit serious if that's really what it
For
is.
real. If
right,
you
You know what
don't
I'm
Right.
like
saying?
it, say you don't
And
want
that's
it.
I think that's the problem too. We stop having real conversations
mm-hmm,
in
Word.
relationships instead of it being a conversation and it has to be an argument.
Mm,
exactly.
And I feel
right.
like people are becoming more acceptance to just being and wanting a relationship. And then
Mm,
when it comes
Okay.
to down the line, I didn't really like that. And come to find out, I didn't really like it at the beginning of the relationship, but I just tolerated it, so to
Right.
say, because I really wanted to talk to you.
I mean, that's fine, but I guarantee you that before you left, you knew that you was tolerating it. So why the fuck
mm,
didn't you let me know? It's
right.
my question to you.
So what I mean also is like some people act very like demanding or
And
sound
that's me.
controlling.
And
Like
that's me. I'm
it
I'm
sounds a
very
little bit
demanding.
controlling. So
Let
it's
me
kind
know.
of like you have another person that is like, well, I don't sit well with you like trying to control what I do or how I move and demanding me to do this and that doesn't go well with me, so I'm not gonna do it. And I think that
Right.
that could
That's
definitely
me.
be candy.
That's me. I'm both. I'm telling you, I'm demanding, and I'm just like, bitch, if you gonna demand something to me, I ain't gonna do it. Cause bitch, who the
Mm,
fuck are you?
right.
You ain't my mama. You are
But
not my mama.
friend, how can you be both and then
You heard me, friend. You heard me. I said what I said.
It
I
is
am
what it
only
is.
human. I am only
Toxic.
human. God is
Exactly,
working
it
on me.
is
Okay,
what it
G.
is.
God's still working. Okay, Jesus.
He is
Shit.
still working on me. At least I'm able to say it. I'm able to sit here and
Girl,
tell you that I am both.
I
I'm
Mm,
feel
both.
like it's a self entitled. I don't know if I'm really saying it right. It can't be entitled. It's self
Reflecting.
promotion. I guess that's what I'm saying because I feel
mm,
like what's the difference is back then was they
Didn't want me now. I'm how they all
ran
on me.
everything and they were the breadwinner, but they never gave themselves a title. Like it's like
Back then they
king
didn't
peasant.
want me.
Like now people who take care of the household and do all the heavy work as far as money wise,
get down?
they label themselves as a king. But that's not really what it
No.
is. Like you cannot do that. If
Come
you
on.
choose to be the breadwinner and let your wifey be at home, you cannot make yourself feel up here in the sky and them down here because of some shit you chose. You can't give yourself a title
Child, they
because
do it
you chose a role.
every day. They do it every day. Every day.
And I think that's stupid.
Somebody is doing it right now.
Right now, you
You
done made
know,
yourself a whole king because you chose to go to work and get this money and let her be at the house, but you want her to treat
yeah,
you like a king because of some shit you chose to do. Bitch, I didn't choose that for you. You
yeah.
chose that dumb shit.
And 9 times out of
What
10,
happened?
they wanted it.
They changed?
That's exactly what they wanted.
I think everybody brings something to the table, and we got to figure out how to get equalism back into relationships so we thrive better.
I'm telling you. I mean, it's a if you work. Oh my gosh, if you work together, it would definitely because if it's just this whole I do this role, I do that role, and then that's just what it is. Because that's me too. Like if you tell me this what I'm gonna do, this what I'm gonna do.
I don't know. I just definitely can say that I would love to like for me, if I gotta go to work, I'm good at working. Bye. Peace.
Mhm.
But if you want to be the breadwinner, if you are the breadwinner, it makes sense for me to turn to the house husband. Give me a sucker, because I got some shit I got to work on. Like, I need to go take some cooking classes and shit. Like, I got to get myself together. I'm going to play that role, but give me a little time to get it together. Because,
you ain't
like,
even gotta do that. You can order some
Lord,
I
stuff.
mean, you can, but you
man.
don't want to, I feel like you still need to know how to at least cook spaghetti. I can't even do that. I can give you a
Nah,
hot dog.
that is
You could
that
do some
just
fucking
cooking them
You
spaghetti.
damn
I
want,
thought I
you
could
greens
do
want,
and
spaghetti
rolling
too.
them little
you want
cubes.
taco salad? Like, what you want me to do? That's
That's
all I can do.
spaghetti.
I can't do
Just throw some.
spaghetti.
Yes, it is. You just did a
It
taco
ain't
salad.
nothing
Just throw
to
some
it, baby.
sauce on it.
Spaghetti is the most simplest thing
I
you
don't
can
give a fuck
make.
what y'all cooking people say. Bitch, I said I can't do it. Taco salad, hot dogs, good old coleslaw, homemade pizza, breakfast. I got the morning shift, bitch. What you need me to do? I can chop the onions
Okay.
up and have it all ready for you to mix it
Purr.
all up. Like, I don't know. I can have the meat brown, but you got to do the noodles because
I
Yo,
cannot. Can you get the grits, or do I gotta have that too?
I got the grits. I can do grits. Believe it, and which is crazy to me.
and
I
you
can
can
do
do
grits.
grits, you can do
You could
noodles.
do
Shut the fuck up!
anything.
I said I can't.
Just boil them noodles and taste them noodles till they done.
I
Okay.
don't know how. I don't care what y'all say. Leave me alone.
Yo, that's backwards.
Yeah, I
We not even
cannot.
talking about cooking. We talking about obeying. Can't you bitches
You
obey?
need you need to obey to cook this motherfucking meal. The fuck?
I did. I
Mm.
obeyed to swipe my card when I ordered it to go.
And that's on period, because that's all we need you for. Okay,
Right.
that's it.
So go ahead
Once
and
you
get it.
identify your role, baby, you can stay in it.
I know my role. That's what I'm saying. I know the role that I am now, but I also know that I can go take some cooking classes and
You
add to
can.
my role. I'm
And I
not
appreciate
avoiding
it.
it. I just ain't never had to. So now I'm just kind of like, so if I'd have made it this far, do I really need to?
Uh,
Well, then that'll be something that you guys can
it's
do
something
together.
to add to your plate. You know, you gotta add to yourself. You feel me?
You can just be like,
Man,
baby,
listen,
how you
I'm
do that
adding.
spaghetti that you be doing like that? And she be
But
like,
how
bitch,
do you
I
know
did it.
what? Let me tell you something.
Hey,
This
I
is
ain't
just
mad.
me. I can't speak for nobody else. First of all, if I don't get it the first time, I'm out. You can go on and count me out because I'm just that person. You got one good time to show me how to do it. If I fuck it up, I'll be like, yeah, this ain't for me, and I'm on to the next thing.
I might
no.
try it 8 months later.
Trial and error. Trial and error.
I trial and error in enough stuff in life. Cooking ain't gonna be it. I already know I suck at it, so cooking trial and
Oh
error where you don't
Lord.
get that tick for me.
I cannot.
I'm just saying, like, I'm good at what I'm good at. Just let me be great at what
That's
I'm great
fine.
at, and
You
then the
know
rest
I'm.
of it, you got my back. Like, that's how I feel. We
Don't
still
worry.
won. Just let me excel where I excel, you excel where you excel, and the rest we gonna do together and get it on done.
Well, then
Okay.
I think that will work. I'm that
You
person. You
know,
can stay in that
that's
role,
meeting
whatever
in that middle.
role. At least you can identify it, and I ain't gotta place you there. That's it.
Yeah,
Yeah.
no, self
I'm
identity
so
is good.
glad I ain't gotta place you in that role. That be the issue. When you get placed in that role, then it's an issue. But you
Well,
didn't already identify that that's what you are capable of doing. I'm sorry,
that's
that's
what you
it.
say.
And I
That's
just
what
want
you
the young
say.
kid. Y'all
Now what
obey.
you had showed me, now obey to this. Okay.
Loosely
Yeah.
obey. Y'all need to learn how to have good, better conversations so we can get some more long lasting relationships. Because these
I
hit it and
agree.
quit it
Teach
is
me.
getting old. Like, I want to see people happy
It
like our
is.
mamas and them
It
was
really
happy.
is.
I'm
We
gonna
got
have to
some
teach me.
long, we got two over there on the corner over there. That's some happy shit now. I like it. Well, three. I forgot Candy. Three. Them three over there.
Oh, I'm just unhappy as fuck
No,
over
I'm
here.
just where they married. Really, what I was saying was they was married. So, like, everybody, I want to see all our friend group be married, and we can go on some wedding trips
Oh,
and
I-
vacations and stuff. We gonna
You
obey.
Right.
know, we'll see.
Exactly.
We'll see, honey.
Okay,
Right.
come on
yeah.
before
Yeah, I'm
I
ready.
forget my thought again.
That's
Oh,
a
go
that's
ahead.
a
Go
big
ahead.
M word.
Um,
That's a very big M word.
Go ahead.
Goodness.
what?
Oh man.
Yes, Aaron, be quiet. I think for me,
I think that a lot of people have taken compromise and sacrifice within a relationship as more of like, I got to do everything he say when he say do it, and that's not necessarily the case. Um, it, I don't know.
Say
I
your
just feel like
sister.
social media has really made it ugly for relationships, for everything. Relationships, not even just with your significant other, with friends, with parents, with siblings, with everything. Social media had just taken over, and nothing that the older generation say, it's not going to
Matters.
get us back on track. It's just
Right.
not.
There's no
That
It
shit
influence
doesn't
old
matter at all
school.
anymore.
because they looking at you like, exactly what you know. You old, like that worked for you and your people. It
In
ain't
your
gonna work
day.
for us, but it could possibly. So I don't know. A lot of people has just, relationship is just not the same definition for us as it is for everybody else. So I doubt that
Can
we
we
ever
just get
even
the
see
the
another
definition?
generation that
We need the definition
lasts.
like back in the day. But the
Well, I
back in the
mean,
day definition is great.
yeah,
You know what I'm saying?
yeah, we do, but it's never gonna go back to
You
that. I don't think.
fail,
I
I
don't think
pick
it's
up.
ever gonna get
I
back to that.
fail, you pick up.
Right.
That's what it was back
Exactly.
That's
then.
what it
And
should
it's
be.
like once,
Definitely is.
yeah, but once the other person fails, then the girl is like, "Oh, you ain't got no job. Oh,
Right.
you gotta go."
I'm finna
Right.
Instead
go.
of,
Right.
okay, well, I'm gonna do this. I'm about to pick up the slack. If I
I
gotta pick
got
up extra
us.
shifts, if I
Right.
gotta do this
Well, I
until
was a
you get
different
back on your
bitch.
feet, then that's what I'm gonna do.
I was a different bitch because that
Yeah.
was me.
Well, it
So
ain't
I'm
that.
just trying to
It ain't
figure
that.
out. My thing
Yeah.
is, there's always a time limit. You know what I'm saying? If you don't say, hey, this is the role that I want to take, then there's a time limit. That's just what that is. And I expect you to have that on me. If I don't say
But
this is the role that I want
also,
to take, it's a time.
well, that's true. However, it is definitely a time limit on certain stuff. But are you helping your partner to get back to where they need to be, or back to
Yeah.
where you
And
want them to be?
encouraging you to go get you a job. That's about
Yeah.
all
But
I'm
I mean, like,
yeah.
are you like, okay? So sometimes, I don't know. Everybody won't do this, but like, I'm gonna say me for instance. If my husband was to lose his job, and I'm like, okay, cool. I'm gonna be the one
Hey,
working and
babe.
whatever. You sit back and figure out, try and get a job or whatever. I'm also going to be sending job openings that's opening. I'm also going to maybe even apply for a couple of jobs for him. Like, you don't have women that do stuff like that anymore.
You wanna know
But
They
that's the
why?
don't. It's either
thing.
you
That's
You wanna know
go
the
why?
and find
teamwork.
a job
It's about
yourself
you.
or
You wanna know
Right.
why?
figure it out.
You wanna know why?
Exactly.
Let me tell you why.
Why?
Why?
Because when you overstep, they feel like they're not a man. So you can't do certain things in that area, i.e., go get a job for him. Absolutely not.
But
That's a
that's a
man's
me
job.
problem, though. That's a me problem.
It's a man's job.
Yep,
Right.
that's
It's
a
a
him problem. Yep.
partnership. Yeah,
That's a he
partnership,
problem.
man.
But it's also how you come about it too. Don't apply for a job for him and then say, "Well, I applied for this job for you. What did you do today?"
Oh, absolutely not. I'm just letting you know, just in my experience, okay.
Yeah,
These men that I
yeah.
used to mess with did not. It's like I don't, I asked you the princess, okay? You're the queen. I got this. Okay. So if
Mm-hmm.
you go any further than what I'm asking you to do, i.e., be my woman and take care of me, I'm not asking you to go find me a job. That's stopping me from being a man. That is what I've heard it. So this is why I'm
Yeah.
saying it to you like that.
Yeah.
They don't want you to go out there and
Right.
find a job for them. No. Because then now I gotta
Well,
uphold
that's
this
their
damn job
insecurities. That's
exactly it
crazy.
is. It definitely is because I mean it's been plenty of people that have, been business partners and shit like that, but they don't like that shit. No,
Exactly.
because if you find the job and God forbid they don't make enough money, and you go out there and find another job that's what pays more, it's just like, so you gave me this job and you got that one. Oh, so you wanted me to be the. It's so much of that. When it comes to that, it's like you can't have a 50-50 ground. You can't have a balanced ground, because it's always going to be I'm superior, because you are either the man of household or the woman of household.
And that's where I feel like we need to separate these gender roles, because
definitely,
like it shouldn't like one, like it should be this and not this. Like we living in the world of this, where we came from the world of this. Amen. Like no matter what, I'm supposed to, as your mate, hold you down. Regardless, I'm gonna hold you down. You hold me down. We in this together, baby. You struggling, and I'm there to be strong and give you your helping hand to pull you on up. When you get up, I'm gonna go sit back down. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, but until I can sit back down, bitch, I'm standing up and I'm 10 toes in this sand. And I don't know if it's gender role, internet. Like, when did the internet, when did we start believing the internet so much? When did it go from something we see to the fucking holy grail? That confuses me.
When the box, you remember the box?
The YouTube relationship.
When the box stopped coming
That's what it is.
The box.
The year. I don't know what year it was, but the year when the box stopped coming on. Okay. Right before 106 and Park came out. That is when this shit happened. I'm for real. I can quote. I can do this shit. This shit is for real. And that's when it started. These motherfuckers don't think about old school ways. And I used to go into relationships and be like, oh, this is just what the fuck happened. No, they don't care about that. They don't care about none of that. They don't care about none of the old school ways and trying it this way. Oh no, that is wrong. Did they last? My nigga, do you know? Like,
you know what?
It's a lot of that.
I think it also happened when YouTube couples started being something to look at. Like, they see these YouTube couples and they like, okay, oh, go.
Or they take
when they don't work out, it's like, oh, this ain't ever gonna be me. Mine ain't gonna work out either.
But that's common sense, though. Common sense say, okay, I saw a 15-minute video. It's 24 hours in a day. If I see 15 minutes out of 24 hours, why am I basing my life off of this?
Because people's attention span is just that.
That's what.
It's just that.
That's people's attention span. It's just that. Yeah. So whatever the fuck I give you in my video, guess what you gonna go out and do?
Well,
what sad. I gave you.
What you did.
That's
you
so
gonna go to the same store I went to. You gonna go get the same fucking clothes I got. You gonna go get the same shoes I got. The same.
Yeah.
Cause that's what the fuck I gave you. That's your attention span. Literally.
Fuck Apple. Fuck AOL. Fuck all of them, because they took the want to try out of everything. Once the internet came about, like, just think about it.
Definitely.
Remember, I don't know what era y'all grew up in, but if you grew up in the pager era, like, nigga, you had to pay somebody, and you had a code that you sent, and that mean call me. Like, you had to physically come up with your own code,
or
like,
you had to do that junk upside down. So
I love you.
Said, hey, call
me. Like you figured it out. Like the effort is gone out of relationships, I think, and that's what it boils down to. The effort has changed. It went from all effort to 10% effort, and now we fucked.
I agree.
Yeah. I mean, even in approaching
or somebody, one person more like, putting more effort
in people.
I agree.
Yeah,
and I'm learning to unlearn all that bullshit. I am definitely a victim of all that bullshit. Yep, learning to relearn. But yeah.
They're the Crooked Caramels, guys. Let us know your comment down the comments down below. Tell us how you feel about this. Can you obey? Are you currently obeying?
Hell no.
Okay. Or are you thirsty? Because it's giving Sprite.
Right. Exactly.
Obey your thirst, bitch.
And friend, say what you got to say.
Go on, friend.
Our friend got something to say.
I got something to say. That was deep, y'all. Are you obeying?
Are you obey?
But let me obey to this. You better tune in because you can. Subscribe because you must. Stay toxic, and you better love us. Period.
Shabbat.